Tick tock. 48 hours are over, and it's time for the THINKATHON team pitch. For 48 hours, the 4 teams worked on the industry tasks, and they will present their final results right now. We're really excited, so yeah, I would like to introduce the minds behind the THINKATHON. It's Marte Henschel and Max Gilgenmann. And I think the THINKATHON members are already sitting here, and you had a great time during the last 48 hours. So yes, Marte and Max, I hand over to you, and you will let us know how it went, and we will see what the results are. Thank you so much.
Yes, welcome to the last little bit of our first Fashion Sustain conference. It was a great day with all of you. We were very happy to always see so many interested faces here in the audience. And now, for me, for us, maybe the most exciting moment of this conference, we can present you what has happened in the background. 4 teams have been working very intensively. And this comes back to like an idea that is powered by Rift, a little initiative that Marte and me kind of started last year, actually. Me in my role in being in the Future Fashion Forward Association, and Marte with her network Sourcebook. And now we can see what this little experimental format where Zalando, who is sitting here, or has a representative, and the Fashion Councils Germany, were so courageous to kind of go into this process and bring their questions from their everyday kind of problems into this challenge. And let's see what comes out of it. Marte can already tell us a bit more how the dynamic was, because she was there all the time while I was mostly here.
Exactly. Thank you, Max. So welcome from my side as well. Thanks for being patient, and I hope we make it worthwhile. So in the last 1.5 days, we closed ourselves in with 28 participants working on 2 challenges in 4 teams, given by Zalando, one, and the Fashion Council Germany was the second challenge host. So first of all, I want to thank our dear challenge host for supporting that. And second, I also want to thank Messe Frankfurt for making that happen. And the 28 participants came from various fields with a broad range of experience. We had NGOs, associations, future studies, textile research institutes, robotic engineering, biotech engineers, people from design, from retail, from marketing, and from education, from 3 continents and 12 countries. So big applause first for the participants. Thank you very much. That was really exciting. And I also want to thank our amazing coaches that supported, that worked with us so hard. We spent blood, sweat, and tears. So the methodology we use, or our coaches used, is the design thinking process, which is a high-speed, user-centered design process with 6 phases of analysis and research, prototyping, testing, and iteration. And now we will see 4 pitches. Each team has 5 minutes to show a shortcut of their results, and afterwards they will hand out the documentation, so the full content with further resources to the challenge hosts. So after every pitch session, we'll have a short feedback round with the challenge hosts and the coaches. And the first team presenting is Team Yellow. They worked on the Zalando challenge. Let me read that first to you. The question was, how can we create an intelligent system of criteria that explains hidden sustainability benefits, such as non-certified fair trading or the payment of living wages? So big applause for Team Yellow.
So I'll just start with explaining a bit about what we did over the 2 days. really wanted to be able to show Zalando users how to perceive the sustainability of a particular product that they were looking at online, so they were able to decide the design of the product that they liked, but also match it up with their sustainability needs. We started off quite ambitious. We really wanted to provide the most transparency as possible. In the end, we had to, of course, be a lot more simple about how we were going to communicate this information and perhaps later build onto it. So we focused really on Zalando being a leader in the industry, of being able to provide information on 5 separate criteria of sustainability.
Okay.
So I'm Mira. I'm 38 years old. I have 2 little children who are quite wild. I have a very hectic lifestyle. I have to balance my life, my family life and my work life, and I want to, with my clothing, I want to buy something that fulfills both my design and sustainability preferences quickly and conveniently. So I head over to Zalando website and I have a little look around and I see these little green circles. Now, what are these little green circles?
The donuts means the methodology approach life cycle assessment. By clicking on the green donut, you will find the 5 sustainability criteria, which are materials, production and logistics, working conditions, social responsibility, and the second life of the products.
So if we look at what happens if Mira clicks on working conditions, for example, additional information would be provided by the Fair Wear Foundation, for example, and they would be able to know more about, be reassured that the brands and the factories and the trade unions have verified, for example, salaries and working conditions.
So how to make it all happen? The idea was, just getting a little bit back to the idea was not to create a new label or a new certificate, but to really to simplify, to make a very simple icon, maybe even to use a universal icon, the green circle, the donut, which can be easily identified and which can come into everybody's mind, and this is a core idea. And then we think, of course, how to make it happen, how to become it reality, and there are a number of steps which are important, and we have heard about today and just in the roundtable before that certification methodology and labels is a very important aspect, and also to identify all the partners which are in the certification and providing the information about this. But coming back to the idea of the circular economy and the circle icon, it is of course to develop and test the user friendliness of this. Universal is simple. And that's our idea. We brought it, I hope we brought it in a short way. Thank you. So,
Wonderful, thank you very much. So that is just a shortcut of the range of results and the range of ideas that have been developed just in 1.5 days. And we want to thank you very much, and we want to give our challenge host, Zalando, the chance to briefly give feedback. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, we just want to say a massive thank you, because of course we are working on this internally a lot, and to have such a diverse team of experts then also crack their heads open on this challenge is really valuable. So we're going to take this idea further for sure, and are just quite excited that in such a short time there was such a cool result. So thank you. Do you want to add?
So also our wonderful coaches who really work very closely with the team would like to give feedback.
I've been with you through the whole process, and I'm still really impressed what you just did, like in the last 2 hours. Because at 2, you all need to know we had feedback from the challenge givers, and they give a lot of feedback and very detailed feedback. And I think it's really amazing how well you took it, and then you kind of played it back now with them for the outlook, what now their kind of homework is, what they need to do to actually go further. And then I love the donut because I think everybody can kind of empathize with it and remember it. So I'm super proud.
Thank you very much. One more thing missing, the introduction round. Please introduce yourself briefly that we all get to know you a bit better.
Okay. Maya?
I'm Maya Nugren. I'm a master's student from Heriot-Watt University School of Textiles and Design, specializing in knitwear, sustainable knitwear production.
Great.
My name's Christina Svensson. I'm a consultant. Most of my career has been at the LVMH group in Paris at Vuitton in Celine headquarters.
So my name is Dieter Stelmark. I'm coming from Textile Research, the ITF in Denkendorf nearby Stuttgart, and my subject is value creation circles.
I'm Corina Moya. I'm the coordinator of the World Partnership Project, which is an initiative, a European initiative to bring together designers and SMEs, and I invite you together to join our website and to join our project.
Hi, my name is Dörte Lange. My background is in creative direction, and I run an online platform called Delism. It's a magazine, but also an online store talking about sustainable fashion with a focus, with a very strong focus on design quality.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela. I am the creative director of iTex. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Big applause. All right, thank you very much. So the second team that worked on the Zalando challenge is Team Red. Big applause. Your stage is yours. Here's the click presenter. All right.
So hello everyone. First of all, I think I want to say it is fantastic to really see that there are so many discussions about the sustainability of the whole supply chains, and to also see how many aspects and different challenges are actually laying into that. So I'm very excited that I had the chance to work in a great team. We are called the Hidden Skirts. And we are quite a diverse team. And I would say we're all really independent and kind of self-made women who love running and all have at least experience how to make a garment. That was kind of the combination of us all. I myself, I'm the co-founder and the chief creative officer of Selfie Technology. So I actually work on how to bring biotechnology to products, including fashion.
So my name is Nele. I'm a trained women's tailor, and then I continued studying garment technology as a bachelor and a master's. So now I'm ready to start as a young professional.
Hello, my name is Marita Jablonski, but first I would like to introduce Andrea Burry, who cannot be here because she's also exhibiting here at the fair. She's CEO from Avery, which is a label/platform for designers, designers and artisans, and she's connecting on that websites these both parties. I have a company called Good Garment Collective, and we are a service provider and offer pattern making, sourcing, prototyping, and production management for the fashion industry with a focus on sustainable production. And so now I would like to hand over to Nele, who is rocking our presentation.
So, as you have already seen, we received the same challenge as the other group. So we were confronted with a question on how we can create an intelligent system that reveals the hidden, especially social sustainable efforts. So when we first started brainstorming about this topic, we actually quite quickly found out that we need to disrupt the complete system. So, and really need to start from the bottom. So what happens actually, where do we start? And this brings us to the suppliers. So these companies who are really actually producing our garments. And so we need to add them to the normal communication we have in between labels and the online platform. So we wanted to turn around the system from the bottom to the top, and at the same time create a cycle from giving and taking. So when we continued thinking about it, we actually found out that every hidden social effort means data for us, or this is a data we can work with. But now when we turned on to taking the side of the supplier, we were questioning ourselves, well, what do I actually get in exchange if I develop and bring up my data, and what do I receive for this effort I do? So then another step, we found out that sourcing in the fashion industry, of course, happens globally, but every sourcing country has different needs and different aspects, so we can't just take this all over into one ship. And then, we found out that, for example, you have different social aspects in a sourcing country like Ethiopia compared to Poland, because you cannot have like one solution for all. So what we decided to develop is a supplier partnership platform, which is very accessible and easy to work on. And you can use it via app. So maybe there's now some critic who says, okay, well, there's a supplier and he uses an app and the online platform can use it as well, but who gives the security? This is a good question, and so this means that we add an expert who is always specialized on the politics and labor conditions of every country, and they just work in this cycle, and they're helping actually to prove this. Yeah, so we can really find these social aspects we are interested in. So for example, so this is not so theoretical. You can see this is one supplier we've chosen to take. This is Saba, he's 35, he's a supplier from Ethiopia. He has 15 employees, is specialized on hand-woven fabrics, but only has limited production capacities. So he's depending, of course, on special offers, or on the orders of his main clients, but well, he doesn't really have this IT department we can imagine from German companies. So what he does is he can easily access the app if he's in need for help, and he can very quickly find somebody who can help him with his help to manage his deadlines. So what in the end we have is we come back to the beginning. We managed to find a circle of giving and taking, and all of the three companies who are involved all have a win situation. So the supplier has a win situation because he can connect with other suppliers from the same country, and they can empower themselves. We have labels who are also, of course, always in the conversation, who can source new suppliers or different ones, and of course, as the challenge giver, Zalando, also has a win situation here. Yeah, and that's how we did it.
Great, thank you. You're doing amazingly well. You have to remember that this the process just finished 2 minutes ago, and we had 5 minutes to prepare the presentation. So another feedback from the challenge hosts.
Yeah, of course, also thank you so much for your hard work. And we love that from the same challenge came two so different ideas, and that you approached this from the bottom up. And yeah, I think it's a great idea for maybe a startup. So if anyone in this audience also likes this idea, yeah, I think there's lots of ways to follow it up and make it really cool. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, there's feedback from our lovely coach, Magda.
Of course there is, and again, I'm always impressed what happens in 30 minutes with a presentation, that it changes completely, so respect to that. And what I really love is you took the challenge and you were not thinking as like, okay, what can we do quickly, but like really, we heard it also in the talk when we arrived here before, it's a lot about changing the system, thinking further in the future, and where's a better place to do that than at the Fashion Sustain. So I think empowerment is a good start.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The next two teams worked on a challenge given by Fashion Council Germany, and the challenge is called How Can We Innovate Education and Mentorship so designers embrace new sustainable technologies? So now, welcome on stage Team Blue. Big applause, please.
Great, thank you so much. I'm going to present on behalf of my incredible team, which we'll see a little bit more about them at the end of our presentation. So for the Fashion Council Germany, we wanted to come together, obviously, to focus on education, innovation, and sustainability, so that this topic of knowledge sharing and connecting and networking, which is a main part of what the Fashion Council Germany does. We have a two-part concept. The first part is the Creative Interactions program, which is a live one-to-one experience exchange program, which is supported by the second part, which we're calling the Swarm Intelligence Platform, which is a crowdsourced, verified, and rated knowledge platform, which gives depth and experience and a place to put all of this exchange knowledge for future. So of course, who are we playing for? Obviously, it's the Fashion Council of Germany, but we're really playing into all of their stakeholders in their network, experts, industry, academic, global, NGOs, of course, companies of all sizes, and any global players with a vested interest and curiosity into the subject of sustainability and innovation as a first focus area. So, what is it that we're offering for CI, for the Creative Interaction Program, facilitated by the FCG website? They're providing matchmaking services to connect these interactions, these exchanges. They could go across companies. They provide guidance through the process of this exchange, and as well they provide reporting templates to make it easier to collect and share the information of their experiences with their team members, with their companies, with their partner company, and of course back to the database that we were talking about before. In the Swarm Intelligence platform, which it runs sort of adjacent to and behind the scenes, it's of course offering a knowledge database, as I mentioned before. It's seeded with expert content, of course, to start, to give it a good basis, perhaps peer-reviewed academic documents, supported with continuous input from these exchanges that are happening between these companies from their interactions reporting. And one of the most important things we find is that there is a lot of knowledge that's out there, but what the extra thing that we're providing for it is verification and ratings through the community. So a social aspect to ensure that the information that's coming in is not just greenwashing or PR. It's really important expert verified content that the users can really get value out of. And of course, what is the whole, takeaway from this? What is the outcome? How does these two programs together really benefit everyone? Of course, it enables access to information across various different levels. We'll go into a little bit more about our specific user in a moment, and what that could look like. We want to empower change agents to continue to make real differences in their companies and across the industry. Of course, we're promoting responsible innovation, transparency through the industry, expert sharing, of course. And I really want to emphasize the one-to-one and global interactions that are happening live between these exchanges and as well digitally through the platform. There's career advancement that can come out of this, employment, recruitment, and retention as an additional benefit. It's self-sustaining and ongoing education, which is elevating the industry to a higher level of knowledge with Germany and FCG as a facilitator. So let's see a little bit about Fatima, just to quickly run us through. So Fatima, for instance, maybe she is a woman from the West Indies. She's a new designer, and she studied in the EU. She's working in an EU company, but she really needs to gain trust and to be empowered to make change within her company. The CEO maybe doesn't really know who she is. She needs a little bit of backup. So how does she empower her voice? How does she get people to hear her, to really make change in her company? She goes onto the FCG website. She finds a host company where she can make an exchange. She goes for a couple of weeks and learns from them and creates a report bolstered by the extra information from the database, which she then takes back to her colleagues and her boss, who really understand where she's coming from, and then she shares that information maybe after a vesting period, after the information and the innovation has come to fruition through the company, and she shares it to the global group to share with everybody. And through this experience, she is empowered to become a change agent in the industry and in her company and globally. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're introducing yourself.
Yes,
right?
we'll introduce ourselves quickly.
All right.
Click, last one.
Hi, I'm Sue Thomas. I'm from Heriot-Watt University in Galashiels, and I'm course director of our brand new MSc Ethics in Fashion. Apologies for the plug.
My name is Anita Heiberg. I'm a consultant in sustainability, primarily in design and pattern making, and as well as in education. And my company is 13 Dresses Ugi.
Hi, I'm Esther Perband. I'm the creative director and owner of the Berlin-based label Esther Perband.
My name is Henrik Adler. I'm philosopher and dramaturg, and I'm working at the Fraunhofer Center for Responsible Research and Innovation. And I also speak for my colleague Simon Dieck. He is a designer at the CERI at Berlin. Yes.
Hi, my name is Marvin Kniep. I'm study at the AMD Berlin. I'm study fashion and design management.
Thank you very much. That was really impressive. So we also welcome the representative of our challenge host, Fashion Council Germany. Claudia Hoffmann is here with us. She's member of the board. So share your feedback, please.
Thank you, Marta. First of all, thank you for your time. And you're a great team, and I'm so happy and exciting to hear your solution about our challenge, because the mission statement for the Fashion Council is to support young designers, but also to bring it together with the industry and the politics. And so for us, it's really important to work together with experts coming out of sustainability, to support the designers and all, like Fatima, to give them the support to get along with the business, to get new idea. And sustainability is such a big theme now and in the future, so they get the right advance. And I'm happy and exciting to work more on this solution. And yeah, thank you for your time and your power, and to help us. Thanks.
Thank you, Claudia. And we get one quick feedback also from the coach that supported the Fashion Council Germany teams. Frida is here with us.
Hello. Yeah, thank you for the great work. I really loved how you
put all your energy into these 48 hours Thinkathon. I think it's a great experiment, and you see what comes out if like people from different branches work together, and like how you committed yourself and totally understood each other, even though you come from so many different worlds. That is just amazing, and I really loved how you embraced the process, and you were always upbeat and happy, even though I made you work so hard. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So last but not least, we welcome on stage Team Green, who also worked on the challenge given by Fashion Council Germany. Stage is yours. Big applause, please.
Hello. I'm very happy to present the start of our presentation of our group and our curated exchange platform. And we created that curated exchange platform to inspire, as an inspiring fashion education that drives innovation and talent. What we want to fuse here is sustainability, fashion, and technology, and to really be on the spot on combining these three elements and bring them forward. So what we created is a dynamic access tool for design, sustainability, and technology, which consists of both a platform and physical access to technology, material, and expertise. This expertise is along the whole supply chain, and contains all areas of sustainability, of social, environmental, and financial sustainability, and expertise in regard to design, business, and sustainability. Sustainability and technology are fast emerging, so therefore it's important that we also keep updated, that the discussion on what is sustainable and how to define that also keeps always vivid, and this is part of what we are doing here to define that for this network, but also to foster this discussion internationally. So it's a curating team of experts and in all various fields that provide knowledge, network, services, and an eye on talent. This platform is connecting universities, institutions, NGOs, the fashion textile industry, and pioneer designers, as well as press and media. All of them are both contributing to the platform, but also gaining from the platform. And therefore, it's in a system of a lot of different services are supplied, this discussion can be brought forward. And so that style and design are driven from this curated and brought forward. And yeah, it will be a platform, but also physical access. So there will be services such as experts and mentors that can give workshops and can be booked. It will be also for prototyping, access to technology that can be rented and material database. And it's a network that offers activities and brings people together. So collaboration is really key in this platform. And getting the eye on talent, really supporting that style, design, sustainability, and technology are merged. And how this is going to happen?
So far you understand now a bit of the architecture. A lot of this is about sort of building comprehensive ecosystems, kind of tying together a lot of different institutions that aren't really collaborating or in touch with one another. So for us, we had an example of our user case is Lola, who is a third-year fashion design student at HTW. And essentially, she needs to use the platform to sort of navigate her way through what's available within the ecosystem throughout Berlin, Germany, or around the world potentially, to actually get the access and the information to make well-informed decisions and to practically execute on her ideas. So you can log into the platform, and there are opportunities in the community section where you can get access to understanding what challenges are available. So the call to action for her is a biomaterial fashion challenge that also becomes a catalyst for her to do something and go ahead and go back to the platform and research, get access to a database of information, learn about different biomaterials, about cradle-to-cradle sustainable production methods, so on and so forth, so that you can actually make a well-informed decision, get access to this information that's usually pretty difficult to get access to. After which, you can go continue on the platform. It's really, it's a journey all the way along. You just use it for each stage of the process, in which case you can find mentors. So we can categorize them with universities or with corporations or even other pioneers, entrepreneurs, and with their different expertise, their different categories with different strengths, she can find out who's the best mentor for where she is and what stage she is. After which you can continue along, and if you've gotten access to guidance, you've gotten access to the information, you're in a position where you can actually go ahead and start making something. So again, it's really hard to get access to where these places are, so you can go into the tool and you can get access to geolocation, you can filter by type, you can filter by actual physical location and find the right place for prototyping. So in this case, she's finding a place where she can actually do biodyeing with algae, so she can continue making her product, and after which she can circle back and continue on the process and actually link into the platform again to actually submit her product or her project. So in this case, it's a community aspect where after she's submitted the project, it turns out she's won the challenge through this community, giving her a platform again for sales, for press, for marketing, of actually some validation to the public. In this case, let's say Fashionsustain.Conference 2019 here. And then there's a feedback loop completely where the information that she's received and all the other participants, whether they're institutions, governments, so on and so forth, they're also putting it right back into the database. So it can inspire the next person to continue to start their new project and continue along. And through the Eye on Talent, actually, it's also a great way for the portfolio aspect where you can use it as a showcase to do freelance opportunities or to get jobs and actually be a database just for hiring process, whether it's full-time or just for, project by project basis. So kind of a continual loop, building an ecosystem both online and offline, and a lot about helping you navigate through the world of fashion, because it's incredibly hard to figure out what you need, where you need it, how to find it, and kind of pull it all together. So this is sort of the tool for that.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. Introduce yourself.
My name is Ryan Klott. I'm the founder and managing director of Fashioneers. It's a fashion tech accelerator program.
My name is Caroline Violante. I'm a fashion designer and I'm teaching at different universities. Also, I'm working together with Friederike von Wedel-Palo for the Beneficial Design Institute. So.
My name is Michela Gioacchini. I work for Hugo Boss as product sustainability specialist.
My name is Friederike von Wedel-Palo. I'm the founder of Beneficial Design Institute, and we're working on positive agenda for fashion and design, and do design research and development.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Mora, and I'm the founder of Helsinki Fashion Week.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Raag, and I have a strong business background in product development in the sporting goods industry, and I just returned to the university as a research associate, focusing now on wearables, new technologies for functional fashion, sporting fashion.
Elisabeth Busse is my name, and I'm the Dean of the Bachelor Studies Fashion and Design Management at the AMD here in Berlin.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's hand over the mic to Claudia Hoffmann again for giving some feedback.
Thank you also to your team. Both ideas and solutions are really, really strong and great. And what I will wish that we, both groups, would sit together and think a little bit more about how we can find a solution and a new tool to support young designers through your ideas. And thank you so much for your time. And yeah, thanks. To be here.
Okay, Frida, last feedback.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think also in this team, you can see the variety of expertise is just mind-blowing, and how you work together was also like really interesting, very strong, very driven. And I know it was hard to put it all into 5 minutes. There's a backlog of so many more information and ideas also in the other group. And thank you for taking the challenge to present it. And I think it's going to be great that you are working further on your ideas with the Fashion Council. Great work, guys.
Thank you so much. And let's gather all together, all participants, challenge hosts, and coaches, and also Messe Frankfurt representatives. Come on, back on stage. Thank you. So this is just the beginning, and of course in 1.5 days you can start pushing the debate. So that was quite an experiment. We could have been failed, but we didn't. So let's keep on with the discussion, with the debate. So if you're keen to learn more about or to even participate in the next edition or to even pose a challenge yourself, we'll have a couple of minutes of time talking in the networking session. So thank you very much, and big applause for the participants. Thank you.
A huge applause. That was amazing.